Episode 1 of the season. Episode 1 of second season of the Pat and J. Episode 1 of second season of the Pat and JT podcast. Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast. Wow, didn't see that coming. Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast. That's unbelievable. Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast. Wait, you had a season 1?
Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
It's the Pat and JT podcast.
All right.
Exclusively on the Parkville Network. Recorded live at Piezon's Pizzeria.
Just got joined by both Heidi is here, Allie is here, both regulars on the podcast. Have never met in person.
No.
This is
Beautiful
awesome.
moment.
Day of first.
Right?
Yes.
We're bringing everybody together, getting the family together.
That's right.
I love this.
Got pizza today, though. Can't beat that.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks to Vers. Have you ever had Piezons before?
I haven't.
Oh, this is going to be
A
good.
day of first.
Yep.
Oh, my God. One after another.
Absolutely.
What's your hubby doing?
He's working hard.
Good for him. Okay.
And your hubby?
Also working.
Good
Yeah.
for him.
Does he know-
just announced this morning I was taking PTO because if you disclose that too early in the week,
You
it's like,
can't.
you know what you could do while you're off. It's, I did not till like rolled out of bed. Hey, have fun at work. By the way, I'm gonna take this afternoon off.
You know, and I realized that at the end of our actual contract work, that PTO is like something you can't necessarily plan too far in advance. Apparently, a trip to Mexico doesn't count as PTO. so you have to keep that under wraps if you're going to use it as PTO, and then just
Yes.
drop the hammer on PTO.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is
I got a
Which is-
coworker here,
yeah.
Asian Joe.
I know.
Yeah, I saw
came
Joe.
out.
He was
Which-
back in the corner.
He was
Hi,
one of
Joe.
the first one. He just zipped right over to that far corner of the end of the bar.
Yep.
Asian Joe. I was going to
Yeah.
look back and say, which one is he?
You don't. He'll laugh at you.
But then he just nodded.
You know, there was a guy that we used to work with that I thought his last name was Mormon forever, but no, we just called him Mormon because he was Mormon.
Oh.
I had
Thought
no
his-
clue.
And really, I mean, he's about
He
as
took
Mormon
no
as you can
offense
get.
to being called.
Mormon.
Good.
No.
He gets to keep his Mormon last name. That's good.
Exactly.
Right.
Keeps his card.
So your boys are doing good at Bell West.
Yes.
Heidi.
I'm so sad. And guess who I just ran into here?
Who?
Andrea Haluchawecki, who
Yeah.
is the mom of one of the most famous Bellevue West basketball boys who have ever gone through the school.
And that
Really?
was
Malik.
just coinkydink too, right?
It was just coinciding. She said she came because she loves you guys.
And she's with one of the Toon Blast players,
Oh, that's
Oh my
Beth
gosh.
with 2 H's.
I love it.
And there she is, Beth with 2 H's. She's on the Toon Blast. She's getting near level 1,000. And can I just tell you
That's
that our
so-
Toon Blast team, not to just keep beating a dead horse, but we're going to kick his butt. Rusty Justice team over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we
Kinda
started,
phased out.
you were already kicking butt.
And taking names.
There was
right?
some trash talking. I remember.
And
I
so
remember.
my team now is within 2,300 points of Rusty Justice.
Man.
Which is a sneeze for some of my players.
So-
They could,
well, they better-
and you're in the dust.
They better get after it.
They-
'Cause
we're-
once we take you, I'm taking my team for a pizza party.
Are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
on Parkville Media.
On. So we are taking your team for a pizza party. Got it.
Well, I've got a spa appointment after this too.
You said
Yeah.
you're like a
Yeah.
s-
Tell me what you
Taking
think
the
about this, Allie.
afternoon.
You'll be honest with me. This is
A
our first
salt
time that
float
we've ever
thing?
met. So my sister gifted me a gift card to the spa or float spa. Which have you heard
Oh,
of this? I
yes.
had not even heard of it before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just shockingly, that
Really?
I'm not on top of the spa appointment stuff.
right.
But you go in, sans anything.
Yes.
You
And
can
you
be
just-
nude. You can be. You.
I-
I think it's
you're s-
encouraged to be nude.
You're supposed to be. I
You
asked that
are.
question. Do I bring in my swimsuit? My grandma one piece? Nope. Nope.
Nope. You're supposed
So then
to
you
be.
lay there, and it's such a high concentrate of salt or whatever concentrate
Right.
they have it that you just float in the water. And then apparently it's like a pod that you can enclose yourself in. So
It's pitch
it
black.
can be black. It can be, you can have soft music or nature sounds. And I'm like, nope, I want nothing.
Total silence.
Complete silence for an hour.
It's
What do they call it?
it's-
Sensory deprivation.
It's maddening.
And so you said you did it for 15 minutes, though, right?
15 minutes or less, and I couldn't take it anymore. So after.
Because you're claustrophobic, or you just couldn't?
Oh no, not
relax?
You can't
claustrophobic.
sit still.
I couldn't. My mind was going crazy. So before I know it, I was literally within 15 minutes. I was sitting in my robe on the bamboo bench outside, just playing something on my phone. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. And
And I do have some tendencies like that, so it'll be
Right.
interesting to see. But
That's
Thank
why I was
God
concerned.
you put the
I feel like it's
robe
gonna
on
be
that bamboo
amazing.
bench.
yeah.
So I'm texting Pat and Jill yesterday about this whole thing that I got this set up, and this was Pat's reply. I'm reading this verbatim. I did it once. It's pretty relaxing, but honestly, my mind is always all over the place, so I found it hard to relax. I floated for 15 minutes. It's super relaxing, though, if you like to be relaxed. And I was like, am I about to get murdered?
I did.
His English teacher.
I did overuse that word a little bit.
It just kind of creeped me out. So now the whole time I'm in this pod, I'm going to be thinking of Pat, like, lurking in the corner. Are you
Kind of
relaxed?
relaxing.
Like
Like
Pretty relaxing.
Me
Pretty
popping
relaxed.
up in the water with my goggles. Are you relaxed?
That almost went like a little bit weird online dating profile for a second.
right?
Yeah.
If you're into relaxing.
It's kind of relaxing.
I can help you relax.
Relax.
Yeah. I mean, it's relaxing, but I mean, I don't know. No offense to anybody that likes it or any of the companies that do it, but I found it absolutely not relaxing.
Yeah,
Like,
because you can't tune out.
yeah, and there was salt. Like I had salt in my ear. Like it was like in my ear.
You hear it?
That's
Like,
not
can
the
you, like,
only
hear
place there was
crystallite?
salt.
What
Yeah,
can you
that's
hear?
what it was. It was like crystal. Like
So they
later
don't
on,
give you earplugs?
they did.
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
It got in there anyway,
It's
though.
it's its own fault.
Excuse me, don't
Operator
your, like,
error.
fingers get so, like, pruny?
You're only in there like for max about an hour. Maximum, you can do up to an hour. I think we did 30 minutes, maybe more.
Yeah.
And did you just like tap out? Like, how did they know? Like, I'm done.
They didn't because you're in your private
Do they
room.
have, like, a password or something?
There's no,
No, I was just
emergency
out.
button.
No, because I waited. I just sat because I knew that like there was like a certain time when like the lights would come up.
I just want to say one thing.
I waited.
The funnest part of the whole deal is trying to lay down because it's so slick because of the salt and the bottom of the tub, and your body wants to float. So you're trying to sit, and you can't. It's lifting you
It's like
up.
lifting you up.
It's
Oh,
like
Lord.
it's
It's
like being in the
awkward.
Dead
You're
Sea.
going to be so
Adventure.
glad you're alone.
Yeah.
You're going to have to come back on an episode and explain how you felt about the birthday
Yeah,
suit party
and-
pod. 'cause
Right. And if it actually relaxed me, or
Yeah.
if it was like, I
if it was-
can't get
if
Pat
you're
out of my
into
mind.
relaxing or not.
Freaking
I don't
out.
remember using. I don't remember going completely nude.
Yeah, we were supposed
Maybe that's
to.
why you didn't like it.
Right?
Yeah, I mean
Get
maybe.
into the experience, Pat.
Yeah,
Give it in.
lean in.
Lean in.
Like
You
Oprah.
think your ears have salt?
Jump,
Right.
dude.
Wait.
Just jump.
I feel the same way about acupuncture. I got acupuncture once, and I hate needles. And the guy put a bunch of needles in my back, and he left the room. And he came back like 20 minutes later, and he goes, "Do you feel amazing?" And tears were rolling down my face, and I was like, "Get him out, get him out."
Did it hurt or just like
It
that?
didn't hurt. It just, I couldn't.
You knew they were
You
there.
I knew there were needles in my back.
Yeah. That's
He was
freaky.
like, "Wasn't it
Oh my
amazing?" And I was like, "No, sir."
No.
No, sir. At least
I have
you were
to pay for
respectful.
this?
So you're going. So after this, so you're gonna have a couple cocktails, some pizza.
Yeah.
Then you may drown in the water.
Yeah, and they're like,
can't.
don't eat or drink a couple hours before your appointment.
Sorry.
It's at 3. So
3
I
hours.
should be
It's
good.
When's
at
your
3
appointment?
o'clock.
3.
At
Yeah,
3.
should be good.
All right.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, I
He
mean-
says it's salt water. She should float as long as she doesn't flip over.
Well,
You're supposed to float, but after 3 Piezon pieces of pizza, might only have
and a couple sodas. Is it bad if you pee in the salt tank? Is it bad?
I heard it turns it blue or green
Right?
or
Bring
something.
your
I don't
kids
know.
because I feel a really good science experiment
Yeah.
coming on. Like, how many pieces of pizza does it take
Right?
for you to not float in
Yeah.
the relaxation pod?
This is supposed to be along the lines of like this, what's the sea I'm trying to think of? Whatever the salt where people go.
The
to
Dead
float.
Sea.
The Dead
Yes.
Sea.
Yeah.
Where people go
Yes.
to float.
It doesn't
'Cause
sound
it-
relaxing.
It's about.
That's with a
The
lot of other
Dead
people. I
Sea.
mean, at least you have your own little pod in this scenario.
Right?
Yeah.
Is
But
it
you're-
okay? So they turn it off, but are you encapsulated?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
You're- and
then
you're in a room by
you
yourself.
can totally like pop the pod.
Some
up,
of them are
off.
different than that. Some are pods, like you slide
Oh.
into, and some are rooms with a door.
Ours was like a mini room where you like stepped. It was almost like a
yeah.
hot tub where you
I
step
wonder
down
if they
in.
had like secret cameras, just like, oh, that
Probably.
guy tapped out.
oh, that's
They
terrifying.
better not.
he's ADD.
I always worry about
Dateline.
that, like at Target. Because I'm just thinking, what if something happened to somebody in one of the dressing rooms? Because they really aren't monitored.
Right.
You go back in there.
Oh, yeah.
And you're thinking, but then if
I
there is,
legit
they
had
can't
a
monitor you. They can't
massage
watch.
therapy appointment where I found that there was a camera, like not even hid in the
Oh,
corner
no.
when I got up to like get dressed again.
What?
Yeah.
In a massage
Yep,
place?
at the mall. I'm not going to name the place.
At the mall?
It was a place that I got a gift card to. Thanks, Uncle
Give
Aaron
her a
and
gift
Aunt
card,
Jess.
she'll go.
At the mall.
Yeah.
Nothing more
We should-
serene than the mall.
We should really test that theory. Like,
Right?
what places can we get Heidi gift cards to?
That she won't go to.
If it is free spa services,
if you're gonna go to
I
a-
will do whatever.
how long was your mall massage?
So it was like 45 minutes an hour or whatever. So I get up and like it's like plain as day. Like I wanted to like give a little peace signal, like I see you. And so I text the manager because somehow like that's how we confirm. So
my
many
God.
shady
What?
things happened before this appointment.
This
so
is
I
the
text it and I'm like,
You
just
realize-
so you know, I'm pretty put off by the fact that there's a camera and no, we don't have a camera. And I took a picture. Send photo. Here's the camera I'm staring at right now.
What are the managers?
Oh, that is security. It's only turned on when we
Are you
shut down.
serious?
Blah blah blah. I never even asked for my money back because I was like, at
I'd
that
be like,
time I was
"Send me the
probably
footage."
35.
There
Probably
is-
35-year-old Heidi. Like no one's selling these pictures.
I mean, that's kind of how I feel. If you want to see it, you know what? Sorry.
Here you go.
If
Right.
this is what your life is at,
Yeah.
then I give you the jollies.
I think
Right.
places like Target should have them though, because you know how if you do an escape room,
Yes.
they have those people who are
Yes.
watching you, and then if you're doing something majorly wrong, they'll be like, "Excuse me, there's not a clue under that. You don't have to rip that off the carpet." They should have that in Target, so they watch you like, "Excuse me, you said you only needed eggs and dish towels.
Oh, that would be great.
Walk away."
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be helpful.
Tell them what you
It
want
would
before
be
you
helpful.
walk in.
Or excuse me,
Yeah.
don't even take those pants off the hanger because they won't fit.
Excuse me, you think you're a size 8? Correction.
Let's go to the reality section. Yeah, I mean, and if they're gonna put cameras in those things, if they're gonna give us a cut of it, like we'll give you 25% of whatever you earn.
Voyeur fee?
Get it. I'll share on everything.
Just all of the dressing rooms on this side of the store are monitored. Mm-hmm.
25% commission.
I could be like the month's flavor for sloppy moms.
There's some
Oh my
the
God.
sloppy moms.
Is that taken?
I'm gonna look on
He's gonna
GoDaddy
look
right now because it will be a Parkville Media property. Sloppy,
Get the camera.
Get after it right now.
sloppymoms.com.
Like it could still be
Oh
pitch
my
black, and
God.
I'd be glowing because of my winter tan right now. Just glowing in the corner.
Oh, I really missed the mark when I started my website.
Right?
Yeah, you did.
If you need branding help, just let me know. I mean,
I'm gonna. I'm
The queen right here.
SLOPP.
the
Sloppy.
queen.
Sloppy
Sloppy
Right.
moms.
I guarantee if it's taken,
says
it's
Sloopy
already
Moms, I
porn.
guarantee you.
SLOP sloppymoms.com. It's available for $11.99.
I think we
That's
should
a
own that.
Tier 2, Pat
That is a
JT.
steal.
I think we should
Ideas
own
are flowing
Slop. I
already.
cannot believe Sloppy Moms is available.
It won't
What?
be after
And
this-
.net?
But we're not, Pat.
And
We're
.net.
not. I'm taken.
Right.
And .net though. Just I'm saying.
Obviously.
You can expand the brand.
Obviously.
Yeah, you got to buy them all so somebody doesn't try to encroach on your creativity.
Right? Undercut
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Okay, so quickly, Heidi, Bell West.
Yes.
I know this will be Monday when it comes out. So do you guys
Correct.
have any games between now and Monday?
Oh, Pat, you have no idea.
Okay.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Is there a game on V-Day?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So by the time
Number
this
one,
comes
Millard
out,
North.
you'll probably be taking a nap because the
Correct.
weekend of Valentine's
number
weekend is
1,
busy.
Millard North versus number 2, Bellevue West.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a romantic game.
Also, one of the best high school games that's gone down in this city for 10 years.
Ages.
Lincoln North Star, Bellevue West.
Yeah,
Bellevue
you're
West
ta-
ended up
you
winning.
sent me
but
a picture of like Donovan Williams. That's a
50-point game. Unbelievable.
Donovan Williams is 32 years old. That picture you sent of him to me. That
I think he's a motivated
Is that
19-year-old,
cheating?
18-19-year-old. That kid, his post-game interview impressed me beyond words. Like
Right.
he's so mature and so just humble
because
for how
he's
much talent.
32.
He's a
Every
12-year
32-year-old
senior by now.
Motivational
Right.
speaker on the side.
Right.
I'm telling you though, you listen to him and our Chucky Hepburn. They're just wise beyond their years. I'm so proud of these boys. Like no matter what happens this year, I am a sappy mom. I can't handle that's coming to an end.
Your oldest, when does he play? He played his last game, didn't he?
No, he's a senior. So this is
This
it.
is his last
the
game.
year. Yeah.
So
coming
when
up,
this plays,
hopefully
he's
they'll
done.
hopefully they'll get through districts, go on to state, and then that will be
So
it.
if they would win state basketball, so state football, state basketball.
Yeah, but the football was my middle one.
Yeah.
And
But in the family, I mean,
Yeah.
that's like a dynasty. I mean, that's like
yes,
that's like the Mannings. I mean, it is a dynasty, right? No pressure on JC at all. Your daughter.
Oh my God.
she'll be like, I got this.
Yeah.
No
got this.
problem.
Well, thanks,
guys.
guys.
All right. You got anything
Congrats.
coming up, Allie?
I have a new video out
Yes.
called Advice for Teenagers from somebody who doesn't hate teenagers.
I love
So-
this.
The one
I gotta
person.
You got to see this.
Check that out on
Yeah.
YouTube youtube.com/Ali Mascarella or lookatLifeProject.com.
Look at Life
Oh, that's
Project.
Awesome.
What a cool
Very
topic.
nice. Seriously, you hit on some good topics.
Thank you.
Really do. You did a nice job.
Good luck on your salt float.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you had a cocktail yet today?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Is your
Keeping me
pizza
from
over
it.
there? Oh,
Yeah.
your pizza's over there.
I know. You guys are worth it.
Oh my God, ladies! Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
you.
So,
Season 2, Episode 1.
Looking forward to it. Happy anniversary, you guys.
Thanks.
thanks.
That's awesome.
My dad is here with us.
Yes.
that after months and months and months of your fans begging to have you on our podcast, you're finally here. And it took us to be at Piezon's with pizza deals, beer deals, to get you to come in and hang out.
A way to a man's talking is through his stomach.
No, that is true.
So-
And a couple of beers.
And I want to tell you, I'm very proud of both of you, and congratulations on making it through a year.
Thanks,
you.
Dad.
And Patrick, little did you know that when you were 13 years old, a job at Rosenblatt Stadium would launch your career.
That's right.
And you would find a great sidekick like JT and,
That's right.
and be with him for
I
so many
found
years.
I found a
She
good
found
You
a
found her?
sidekick.
Okay.
She
good
found a
sidekick.
sidekick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It should be the JT and Pat show, shouldn't it? I think
right.
that'd
I've been
work.
saying that for years. Nobody
Yeah.
would listen to me.
She's been trying. She's been
He'll
trying.
edit that one out, won't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. I can let it go. Sorry, it's only been a few years.
But anyway, congratulations on a year. It has been great.
That's very true.
What was it? What did Heidi want to? What was the story that Heidi wanted to talk about? Heidi, what was the story? Hey, what did you want to talk about? What story? Oh yeah.
Oh,
No, you
yes.
remember
This
when?
is one of his favorite stories to tell.
Yeah, and I don't know if
So,
I'm sure
it
you probably
involves
remember
you.
it, but it was when I was and this was a request from the audience from Heidi, wanting on Saturday mornings when we play ball on Friday night basketball, and we'd come over and we'd watch some game film on Saturday mornings at the house, and I don't know how to put it. Well, we'd be in the living room, and in our living room there's like a little balcony where you'd look over, and we'd all be down there watching TV, and sometimes. I mean, you'd be up taking a shower, right? And if you needed something, you'd usually scream down to my mom, which her name's Barb, and you'd scream Barb, and you wouldn't care who was around. And at this point, you needed fingernail clippers, and you were buck naked, and you were hanging over the balcony, and you just screamed, Barbara!
Literally,
Throw me up! Literally hanging.
over the
Well, I
balcony.
mean, the hanging's really subjective.
Don't.
Hey, Barbara, throw me up them fingernail clippers! Like screaming, and you're hanging, and all the guys looking up. Do you remember that?
No, I don't, but it was probably a knife that she threw at me instead of fingernail
Oh, she was
clippers.
throwing daggers. But yeah, not one guy stopped looking at the TV. Nobody looked up because they could see. Hey, Barbara, and she threw him up, and you caught him, and when you caught him, you had to lunge forward, which was awkward.
He remembers so vivid the memory.
Yeah, traumatic. You don't remember that?
No, I don't, Patrick. I really don't.
Mike's here,
I
my
don't-
brother, so I'm sure he remembers that.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember.
My
6
mom
months
remembers
ago.
that. Mom, do you remember that? Yeah, you do. She remembers that.
She remembers.
I heard something on next subject. Okay.
Okay.
Instead of me being
Awkward.
Moving
awkward.
on.
Mike, you remember that, right?
It's a good thing this isn't visual.
You don't? Okay,
Good.
probably a good thing.
Anyway, I got a good idea, JT. When you want to retire from this,
Yeah.
you were asked to leave mixed choir in high school. So
I
was
did.
I.
Really?
My freshman year, I went up.
Oh my God.
And they pulled me up. The tenors were singing, and the
Yes.
and the guy, our director, Mr. Kyman was his name. I hope he's not listening. But
Probably
anyway,
not. Chances
he pulled us
are.
up and he says, "I've been listening to somebody off in the tenor section for a while." He says, "Frank, would you mind staying home from the music contest so we don't jeopardize us winning?"
Wow.
That's the last time.
No.
That's the last time. That's the last time. So,
Wow.
so I really
Hi, guys.
think that you and I ought to go
Oh
on
my
tour
God. See?
in some place and be the
telling
front for
ya.
somebody.
I think possibly, or we could open for somebody, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I think it would be very good. I think perfect. Perfect.
Well, Dad, thanks for finally coming. And one of these times, you got to come up and just for like an hour or so and just be on because your
Yeah.
fans are screaming for you. Hey, so I was telling her real quickly before because I know you have to leave for work real like 10 minutes ago. But the fish tanks you used to build.
Oh yeah,
fish tank,
yeah. My fish tanks. Yeah, I went the aquarium show circuit for about 4 years. There was one in 2 in Omaha, 1 in Lincoln, Kansas City, Hastings, a few places, and there's fish shows are just exactly like anything else. They have guppies, they have mollies, they have angelfish. You know, they have all those saltwater and stuffed
Guppies,
fish.
mollies.
I had no
And they
idea.
they had one class called the novelty class. Okay, well, I didn't like somebody that just took an old TV and gutted it and put an aquarium in it. So
I mean, how dare they?
yeah. So I actually made
So common.
So I actually made aquariums that worked. I made a
Okay.
Ferris wheel. I made a merry-go-round.
Yeah, it
Do
was
you
pretty
have pictures of
Yes,
these?
at home. I was going to bring them today, but I forgot.
Oh my God.
And then I made one Humpty Dumpty,
Yeah.
an egg sitting on a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my! I had never heard of
It was
anything like
fun.
it.
Yeah, it was great. And I rewrote rules for
Yeah.
the aquarium shows because one of them I made and the fish died.
Oh.
So I went and got some new ones, put them in there. There's 3 judges. One of them saw the fish when they were alive. One of them saw when part of them were dead. And
Why'd
one of them
they
saw when
die?
they were all dead.
Why'd they
Judged
die?
them. Because I used the wrong sealer to make the aquarium.
Oh.
I used a mildewcide one.
He killed him.
Yeah, I killed him. I went and ran out the river and caught him.
He used some homicide.
So anyway, they made a rule that I had live plants in there, so that was life in the aquarium. But then they made the rule for the next one that it had to be live fish. So they rewrote the rules. Yeah.
Because of you.
Yep.
That's great. How many people would compete?
There was probably, I would say in most shows, there's probably about 75 or 80 aquariums. And then, of course,
crazy.
like
Isn't that
bettas,
crazy?
you know,
Yeah.
you have them in little tanks themselves and guppies. So there might have been 60 or 70 bettas.
Oh my
But,
gosh!
You know, and then they had,
Yeah.
angelfish, just angelfish, and whatever kinds of families of fish there are, they had a class for them. Yeah, I even had my Aunt Sam and them went down to Kansas City to set it up for me one time when I was gone. And the
This
car
is
door-
Aunt Sam from Utan.
Aunt
still.
Sam, oh, what a trip.
Oh, God.
I could go an hour and a half just
Oh, I
talking
know.
about her.
Oh, I know.
I love it.
I'll drop the aquarium show. There was one time my Aunt Sam, she was down at my mom and dad's and we were eating supper. Mom and dad were redoing their kitchen, and where they had the old hanging phone on the wall, they had just the wires hanging out because they took the phone off. They had a green wire, a red wire, and a yellow wire. So I'm sitting there eating, and I get up off the chair and I go over and I put the yellow wire by my mouth and the green one by my ear, and I go, "Hello, yeah, how are you?" I said, "Yeah, she's here. Aunt Sam is here. Yeah, you want to talk to her?" Yeah. She came up and she put those
No.
wires
Yeah, she did.
and started talking.
No.
It was
never lived
fantastic.
that down. She never did live
It was
it down.
fantastic.
It was fantastic. She says, "I can't hear." I said, "Well, maybe you hung up on him or something. I don't know."
Did you touch that red one?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the disconnect.
Oh my god!
It was the red one that did it.
Oh my god! Thank you. Oh,
So anyway.
that's
All right, Dad, you got to
awesome.
get to work in 4 minutes. You're going to be late.
Okay.
It's 11:55.
Okay, yeah, I better go.
Yeah. You,
Okay.
All right.
All
See you
right.
from-
Hey,
then.
thank
Thanks,
you.
Dad.
And again, congratulations, both of you. And thank you for having me on. And
Yeah.
And if you get a lot of votes from my fans,
Yes.
why, I'll definitely come in and not let them down.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks,
Plan on
Dad.
it.
Thanks,
Your,
Dad.
your ratings will go up like crazy.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
John and Chris Yoke, you're
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Hi,
Here you
guys.
go.
What's up? Welcome to Piezon.
Hello.
Yeah, look at that.
Yes.
You got your second office. Very nice. Like how
Yeah.
you decorated the place.
Thanks.
Second
You like
office
it? All
with
the
two
TVs?
slices of pizza.
Looks like a pizza place.
Yes.
Big ol'
It
slices.
does.
Yeah.
You haven't
Cheesy.
seen Vers is in the back.
I see him right there. He's got a sexy apron on right there, and
Working
got the
man.
T-shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
looks
powder all
he's
over
hard. Making all the pizzas right
He's
now.
the real deal.
Yeah, I know he is.
He is the
Yeah.
real deal for
Yeah.
sure. So what's going on?
Yeah, it's just off. I'm off. Just got off work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the wife, she's
Still in the suit.
still
and
got my
tie
makeup
and
and still got my face on.
We
my face on.
We appreciate
Can I
you
get that
guys
off?
coming out and hanging out. What's like your brand of face, John?
What's
your
my
makeup?
what?
Like your
Yeah.
makeup?
Oh,
like do you
come
use
on.
like do you use? Is there boy
I buy
makeup?
stuff.
Do
and
you?
then he'll just take
No.
it.
So a lot of people will use like MAC because that's like a big
Yeah.
one.
That's
but that's
expensive,
expensive.
though.
So
It's
I'm like, I
stupid.
don't care. So I think I use like CoverGirl.
I was gonna say-
Instant Rewind.
There's nothing wrong with CoverGirl.
Maybe
There's
some
nothing.
Maybelline.
Use CoverGirl.
I
If you
use
wanna
whatever
get
I can find at Walmart
If you
or
Walgreens,
Yeah.
right? If you want
That's
to get
awesome.
fancy, you hit the L'Oreal.
So it's
Yeah.
not like a guy
Right?
specific, like
No.
for our Gino.
No, but
Hims.
seriously, there are some that we use the MAC, and I don't want to name names. We have a couple people that are like extremely serious about their makeup, and I like look at what they're using, and I'm like, why is there? You have like 20 products. What is
Yeah.
going on? I'm just two things. Takes me like 2-3 minutes. Slap it on and go. This is
Where do you-
Pat,
Seriously.
Pat,
Yeah.
this is as good as it's going to get. Right? I'm not going to
look. But every
I'm
time
not
you
gonna
come into
make
our
it better.
office, it's right after work, so you always look like you're ready to go out.
Right? I hit the club. Hit the
Yeah,
club.
you're ready
I
to
know,
hit
I
the
am
club.
ready.
Yeah, you always look.
I got my
ready to
club
go.
makeup
Got his
on.
clubbing.
Yeah.
Gonna go clubbing. Yeah.
Do you sit at your desk and like, do you have like a light?
We have the bathroom. We have a bathroom.
Just the bathroom, like
Yeah.
a normal. Okay.
Yeah. That was the hardest thing when you first get in the business, trying to like the first 2 months when I was in the business, I refused to wear makeup because I thought I'm not doing that. And then you realize, what, with those bright lights, it does make a difference.
And that
was
You
before
do
HD.
something. Yeah. Oh yeah. HD.
I'm not
now.
your average Joe. I'm not gonna wear makeup.
Man, that memory of yours.
Comes back.
Maybe that shirt will fit you pretty soon.
Oh my God! I got
I mean,
this.
I just look. This is how I look. This is it.
It is
You're
what
not
it
gonna do
is.
anything much better with this. So
Yeah,
I'm not going to spend 30 minutes,
But
trying
it's
to
true.
get my eyes to just
He
pop.
used to use Lancome, and I'm like, that is more expensive than my makeup. You are not using Lancome.
You're used to
If
use.
you are, then I am.
He used to use Lancome. That's the best sentence ever.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, do you have like your go-to items? How many items do you use?
I just use 2.
Two.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Is it a foundation?
Seriously, a foundation
And a
or
powder.
You know a lot about makeup, Pat.
I do.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a foundation and then
He's
a.
always working the shine.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
trying.
And then just like a
trying.
brush that I just kind of put a loose powder all over.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I have that drawer
There's no
that
class.
I look at, and I
There's
probably
no
use
class
6
for this.
things.
No.
And I have like 120.
Right.
And I use the
Well,
same 6
that's
things
the
every
thing
day.
is he'll just go through my drawer and find things, and then he'll pick his favorite, and then he'll go rebuy it.
And then you'll go and you'll
You
be
sound like
like,
that's how I spend my weekends. I just kind of go through what does
Well,
Christy have today?
what's in her
There
makeup
was a
drawer?
time
all
when
you-
he
all
was
you-
wearing my clothes. Remember
Oh my
that?
gosh.
What?
Wait, what?
Okay, no, hold
No,
on. What?
that is not true. She
Wait,
makes
what?
these stories. So okay,
She makes up
okay,
these stories.
it's one thing.
Clothes.
So once, okay, hold on.
I'm not going to have anything to talk about on
I
our
know.
podcast.
Well, this is your fault.
Well, the Oak Zone's gonna be launching here in a
You're giving
couple
all the good
weeks.
stuff to them. Anyway, she's pregnant. I'm doing laundry.
You are?
No,
Congratulations.
not right now. No,
Oh.
but that'd be a shock to me too.
Okay.
And
Kind of impossible.
yeah, he doesn't have the parts in there anymore. I think we were over this line with other. She had a hysterectomy. We had the same story before. So she's pregnant. I'm doing the laundry. I see these shorts. I'm like, I've never seen these shorts before. So I start wearing them. She's like, why are you wearing my pregnancy shorts?
Her pregnancy shorts?
They were
So,
my
I don't know.
maternity
They look
shorts.
nice.
They were
Comfortable?
super-
They're very comfortable.
He was in love with
They
them.
look-
Yes.
So they're comfortable.
I'm like,
Well,
John,
They
John,
fit
when
me
I'm at
obviously
work,
because I'm a little bigger, and
I
well,
can
they
just
became
picture
mine.
him. I'm at work. He's trying on my clothes.
Man.
Yeah,
But girls' clothes are softer.
It was. They were
They
really
were. They're like
super
it was like some
soft
kind of soft
shorts.
material back
Yeah.
then. You know,
We liked 'em.
This is 90.
But honestly, like maternity, it's you got a belly. Guys sometimes get a belly, so
I was
why not?
better shape then, but still, thanks, Pat, for assuming that I was fat.
comfy.
It's comfy.
I was looking for comfort.
Very comfy.
So you're looking for the give or the
Yeah,
support?
yeah. Just a little give. Maybe more give. I don't think support was a thing back then for
Okay.
guys like it is now. You could
Right.
get man
Yeah.
spanks.
Well, like the Tommy John, a whole line of the Tommy John clothes
Yeah.
that they have, the support, everything from
Oh, really?
compression sleeve
Yeah,
for
yeah.
your arm
Yeah.
to underpants.
I mean, why
to
not?
T-shirts and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Have any of that?
It's supposed to be.
No, but my T-shirt, not this one, but I have T-shirts that are smalls that are kind of like a spank,
Okay,
but
you
it's
see how you see his vest?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's always zipped all the way up.
yeah,
It's like a thunder coat.
it's like an anxiety hug. It is. I love it.
He wears it like
We just
My-
need
and
to
my
add a
wife's
little
here.
weight to
Especially-
it,
especially
like a
when
weighted
you're-
blanket.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
He wears that when he's on remotes like this because he's kind of nervous because people are gonna. He's around people now. He's like,
Right.
I better wear my comfort
Yes.
vest.
Yeah.
I absolutely love having.
he
a
wears
zipped
it at
vest.
work though too.
I do.
It's like he'll unzip it and then zip it back up. I'm like, oh, you can just see
I
the
noticed. I noticed you
relaxation.
too are wearing a black vest.
So I do. No, that's mine.
We're all wearing
Parkville
black
uniform.
today. You're not.
That's my Parkville uniform.
I was wearing a black
Yeah.
hood earlier, but now I'm wearing
Oh
black.
my god.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so the Oak Zone is a podcast that is through
It's
Parkville.
that one day going to air.
Yes, soon, like very soon, like any day.
We'll join the
get on it.
Parkville Media family.
Yes.
That's right.
In the
Cannot
meantime,
wait.
we're just going to bring our great content to your show.
I can't
That's right.
wait. I love it. And trust me though, you can share all this stuff again.
Oh, we will.
Trust
No, don't worry.
me.
Don't worry.
You're gonna just
We will recycle.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, John wearing your pants,
Right.
That's golden.
Yep.
That's a story worth
One,
retelling.
and all the stories are about me. Why don't I come up with some stories for you?
Get
I'm
it?
sure you've got a few.
Maybe they're all about me.
Maybe they're all about me.
Maybe now that I
much
think
to
about it,
report
maybe they're
on.
all about me.
Now that I
they
think about it,
are.
maybe I'm the problem.
Maybe I'm the problem. Your guys' salad and your what are those?
Yeah,
What-
wings. So as you know, we're trying to
there's cheese
make
on
good
there.
choices. So we're at a pizza place. Which,
And-
by the way, we love the pizza here.
and how much
Mahalo.
weight have you guys both lost?
Right?
I'm 19 pounds
I'm-
after
Yes.
just after over a month.
13.
That's
About a
awesome.
month. Yeah.
Okay.
So we love Mahalo is her favorite, and if we could just get a pizza, she would get the Mahalo. I would get one of the other meaty ones, you know.
Yeah.
But so we're here, like she's like, what are we gonna do? There's pizza. We love this place. I said, I don't know. We'll have to come up with something. So we're
I
doing
took our
wings.
little
Wings.
Which is
discipline
chicken.
drops
Yeah.
Which
before
kind of
we
wings
came.
did you get?
We have the dry rub. We're gonna try the dry rub.
Yeah.
I like it's like the smoked wings. I like getting those. I like
Yeah.
Hy-Vee has.
That's what we get.
oddly-
We get those.
we get
They
those.
are
and
good.
not every
On
Hy-Vee
kind of
has
our
them.
little day where we're just trying to, because meat is good. I mean, protein's
Mm-hmm.
good. So we'll do that.
And not all the
bit.
Hy-Vees have them. Can I just put out
Really?
there? All the Hy-Vees need to have smoked wings because some
Yeah.
just have the
Well, they
baked
have a
chicken.
smoker outside. The one I go to,
Yeah.
180th and Pacific.
Okay.
They have the smoker out
Best
there. so-
samples.
Yeah.
That Hy-Vee has the best samples of any Hy-Vee in the
No,
area.
you
that's
go.
the Hy-Vee that was kind of like the flagship Hy-Vee. They did that Hy-Vee differently.
store?
They put like clothes
They
in
have a
it
clothes,
and everything. Yeah.
clothing line in there. Yeah.
So kind
Makeup,
of see how
hair
it was
stuff.
going to go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're going to try it. We're doing a salad, which is probably the first salad that's ever been made at Piezon's.
Yeah.
With Piezon's, we're going to have the
Yeah.
salad.
Yeah,
It looks like it looks pretty good.
it's huge.
We're trying.
It does.
It's a giant
Just
salad.
gotta try.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, the slices are huge. So if people are coming out,
Just
I'll show you now,
visualize
it's not
Hawaii.
live. Yeah, we're
Hawaii.
live.
You guys are
Hawaii.
coming
if
out
you would have come out, you would have seen these huge
116 hours ago.
slices. I forgot.
But you know what?
That's why I used to live stuff.
Even though it's a week later,
Yeah.
the pizza's still good.
Right.
And guess what? The slices will still be big whenever you come out.
So if you guys are coming out, sorry. We missed you by 8 days.
Hey, tell them John sent you.
They'll understand.
Hey, you're here for the free slices. Oh, no, there's no free slices. My bad.
You
So
guys
which
are
one do you have over there?
Looks like cheese.
Hamburger and cheese.
Oh.
Yeah.
Straight, not fancy.
Man.
Mahalo is my favorite that they have
Mahalo's
here.
ridiculous.
And the
love
slice
it.
of country.
It's always good.
Absolutely.
Always.
So, all right, guys.
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you very much.
Congratulations
welcome.
on
Thank you.
1
First-
year.
So you're in the
One
first
year.
episode
Thank you.
of the second
How
season.
exciting.
Is what we've got you guys on. So thank you so much for being part of that.
Thanks
It's
for,
also
thanks
for
for
you
inviting
guys.
us.
Guys.
Appreciate you
Yes.
guys. Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
And hopefully sometime in 2020 we'll also have our own podcast.
have the
or
Oak Zone Live
2021,
at
depending on
Piezon's.
And then we'll come
Apple
on your
gets together.
podcast.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
I like that.
There
Have
you
some
go.
good stories.
Shannon, and you are a listener. We've never met in person.
I've never met you guys before. I've seen you guys
I was going to say,
thing, but
okay, you were just relating a story which just made me laugh because I have my Toon Blast team, which is called JT's Nuts.
Here we go.
not to keep revisiting the fact that we're
my
kicking
husband
his-
happens
No.
to play
He plays Toon Blast?
a lot.
Is he on JT's
I
Nuts?
think he's the outcast. I think.
Oh, he's on the Outcast?
Yeah, because we had two different groups that started up. I got to double check on them too, make sure they're doing okay as far as their scores too, because we're getting real close. We're like 2,000 points away from taking
I just
Rusty
shake my
Justice.
head and let him do his thing. I don't.
But you worked with little kids.
I work. Well, I'm kind of a jack of all trades, so I float during the day, but my specialty is before and after school care. So I have anywhere from kindergarten to hormones. And like
Kindergarten to hormones. Good Lord. That's a huge range.
it is.
It's a lot.
They we would listen to you guys on the radio because, like, at first it was the only thing I could tolerate was you guys, and then like,
That
you
is
were
the kind of
hysterical.
endorsement I
There we
love.
go. The only thing I could tolerate.
I love that.
No,
Yep.
it didn't like that.
No, that's great. We love it.
I want to use it.
Yeah.
That's
They
awesome.
would listen to it and they would laugh because I don't even know. And I
Right.
think it was you guys a long time ago. I know it was you. It was the Christmas casserole.
Oh yes.
I still use that because my youngest is 6 years old and will say something like, "You can't ruin the secret ingredient in the Christmas casserole." To this day, and I never even think twice about it. I still do it.
That's hilarious.
I've just been listening to you guys forever.
Yeah,
and
that's
we
awesome.
did a field trip to that radio station, and they would not shut up about if you guys were there and you had just left.
Oh, really?
No.
They're fine.
Oh,
They got to
man.
go, so they could see your place.
I'm glad that they got to see it.
When you guys have you can tour our new office.
Yeah.
now. It's more fun.
Yes.
And we
I
actually
think they
last
would.
weekend I was there. We went to the office and I showed my wife's here and my in-laws. They were in town and there was I didn't even tell you this yet. There was a skunk in our parking lot. And
What?
we pulled up and the skunk took off, ran, obviously. So we parked, and the skunk, we watched the skunk for probably 90 seconds, running faster than I've seen probably a cheetah, all the way down the street. You'd see him go from, the light into the dark. The street lights,
Right.
light, dark.
Yeah.
All the way around our whole, it's probably a half a mile. This thing never tired. It was the fastest.
What was chasing him?
Nothing. I think he was going to get some loving or something. I don't know what he was doing, but he was he'd go and he
Had a date.
It was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
God.
it was fun. So they can come look at skunks.
Our studios, and it's kind of on. It's like a slice of the country in the middle of the city, where we are right now. We have an open field.
Oh, that'd be cool.
There's some critters that run around. There's a
Yeah.
lot of geese, a couple fox.
Thank you
I'm
for
glad
coming
to
out.
have finally met you guys.
Us too.
I feel like
Thank
I've
you.
known you forever. I use your verbiage.
That's it. Thank you. God, thank
Sorry
you.
about that.
And thank you for listening to the podcast.
Yes, thank you.
Ooh, you guys make my morning drive so much better.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Great to meet
And
you.
you too. And
Thank you.
finally your vest.
My vest. You see my vest? It's zipped up.
It's for real.
It is. It's a real deal. Okay, so so my dad's been here.
Yes.
Now my brother is here.
It's a home week.
Mike, you've never been on our podcast. Grab the microphone really close and.
Nope.
There you go. There you go. Thanks for coming.
Yep.
There we go.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah, you've never
He was
did
ever on the radio show. Were you ever on the radio show?
Very few times. Little tidbits here and there.
Well,
Mostly.
I came today for the pizza.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. That's why we're not doing this at our office.
One of the last times, I think, and maybe not one of the last times, but in the last handful of times that you guys have been in the same area, was how many St. Patrick's? We've told this story before, but how many St. Patrick's days ago?
13, 14.
So we went. We were at Brazen Head.
Yeah.
We did broadcast. We were there in the morning, breakfast
Early,
and stuff.
yeah, because
Super.
everybody's smoked
hammered
at 6:00.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get to the food. All I
Yeah.
wanted was the cabbage stew and so I just like
Whatever
get the drunks out of
whatever
it.
sounds delicious at 6:15 in the morning when you're popped.
Loud music, lots of Irish music.
Yeah.
and it was a great place.
Needless to say, we found the cabbage.
We did.
Well,
we're continuing on the story.
Yes.
Okay.
And if to give a little background, I don't know what you have intestinal issues of some kind. I don't know.
Lifelong.
It's my high protein diet, I think.
Is it high protein? Are chips? Are Doritos high protein?
I believe so.
No, I don't
read
think
the back.
so. Are they?
Read the back.
They're because they're I don't know whatever you put in your body comes out the other side.
Has this been since he was a kid?
100. Oh, absolutely. Well, ever since I can remember, there have been times when I was in what we'll call it a transitional period, maybe in my early 20s, when I moved back in the house for a while, slept on the floor of your room, and it was just it was like, you know, if you go to Fremont, one of those rendering plants, that's what I figured it's like. Your gas is terrible. So anyway,
thank you.
Mix in cabbage, corned beef, beer, and 10 in the morning. And that's about when we got done with our broadcast. And you were like, hey, I think you, and I don't even know who else is with you.
Everybody's like, they're going to the casino.
And you're like, let's go.
I did not do that.
Well, you were.
It
was close to that.
Close.
Did somebody drive my car home?
I don't even remember. Yeah, I'm sure. No, I remember watching you get in the vehicle at Brazen Head. Watching you getting in his little two-door Civic coupe.
That was a big
pushing
mistake.
the subwoofers
Talk about
aside.
a big freaking red flag.
Sitting on a tweeter. I remember, right, as soon as you have to step over duffel bags to get in the back of a Civic, I thought for sure.
Was semi-custom.
Was it? Semi-custom? One of my brother's secret tricks is to get in a car and he'll pass gas, but before he does that, he sets the scene where he locks the windows and turns the heat on.
And say I'm cold.
I was sitting right behind him.
And let it just start simmering.
And he just let her rip.
Oh, it
I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard.
I couldn't breathe because it smelled so bad.
And you were in the back seat behind him.
Yes.
And you still have the scar on your neck. What did you do? What happened?
I seriously thought I was dead. I thought that was the end. And Jill actually said, I would rather die, all of us, take us all down, than go another second in this car.
It was terrible.
I could not breathe.
Stop. I reached up and grabbed him from behind the seat with both my hands around his neck.
You didn't. You were gonna pull it. It didn't matter.
I was pulling backwards. I'm like, stop doing that.
The Mormon Bridge looked red to
and
me.
he was laughing so hard. I don't think he really took me serious until he couldn't breathe.
Yeah. Until you had blood, because you still do have a scar on your neck.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
It was bad. 2 feet behind you. It was bad. Oh. It was really bad. We made it over there. I don't remember much after that. What happened over there?
Once I came to. We were almost to Sioux City.
Somehow he managed to get us to the boat. I don't know.
God, that's funny.
We managed to get there somehow. I don't know how we got back home.
That story is something I tell constantly.
It was so awful.
Because you just moral of the story is just never get in the back seat.
Period. In the back seat of a two-door anything. Just don't do it.
We had fun, though.
He says.
Okay, so let me ask you. And he's talked about stories about you before. Do you have a favorite story about him that you tell on him?
I've never done anything bad.
Well, I mean, other than the time
Because you're the younger brother.
Yeah.
So did you get picked on?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's talked about pushing you down the stairs in the clothes basket.
With a
There was no pushing. He got in there. It was a roller coaster we made.
Yeah.
So he got in those clothes. I didn't push. I mean, I pushed him because I was the mechanism to start the roller coaster.
Is this the same kind of story that you tell yourself when you talk about your dad pushing you when you were sledding?
Yes.
And you broke
that
your
was
shoulder?
True, though. My rib. Break my shoulder. That would have been.
That was
I
6
did.
years ago.
Yeah, I was back when
gonna
I was
say,
five.
it was last winter.
I was.
It was.
That was the last winter. I was 5'6", 220, and I was sitting on a disc sled, and Dad pushed me, and the disc sled dug in, and I kept going head over heels, broke my rib.
I don't think the fall broke your rib.
It wasn't a fall. It was the weight compression when I flipped. Yeah. It wasn't
I think
a fall.
just flattening out
Yeah.
broke your rib.
Knocked the wind out of Sophia. She was 2. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, so you don't have any tattletales
I mean,
at all?
just other than the bike situation when.
And we've told that story too.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
where that, I mean, that's still I haven't gotten over that. My eyebrows have never came back, but.
I mean, I tried to fix my bike and I didn't tighten the front wheel on. He rode my bike without permission, and I didn't because if he had asked permission, I would have said, "Hey, listen, the front wheel
those
may
front
be
wheels."
sketchy."
That is wrong. That
Yeah.
is incorrect.
So he was up and down.
He
Pacific.
said, "Hey, you want to borrow my bike?"
Yeah. Here, go real fast and
Yeah.
pull up every bump you hit.
do wheelies?
Yeah. In about a mile, the tire should come off.
He did. And if you've never seen, how old were you? 16? 14?
Oh, I was getting in shape for JH football. So I was 12.
12. Never seen a naked, bloody 12-year-old running down Pacific Street crying. You've never lived.
Was this the gravel Pacific Street?
No, it was asphalt.
It was okay.
Yeah, and he climbed into the ditch. He crashed, went over the handlebars, smashed up his whole face. One of his eyebrows is still gone.
Both.
Still on?
Both. My nose is crooked. My shoulder hurts when it rains.
But other than that, he's fine.
He still farts like a freight train.
Right.
My tooth is chipped. I mean, I'm not bad. Pretty good.
And that happened at still 3/4 of a mile away from the house, and he ditched the bike. Forget the bike. I mean, it was an $80 Huffy. He just leaves it in the middle of the Pacific Street, and sprints down Pacific. And every time a car would come down Pacific Street, he would hide in the ditch because he didn't want people. I mean, you
That was a
freaked
bloody
out.
mess.
Yeah, because he had blood everywhere, and then when he gets to the corner of where my grandparents and our house was on the same little street, so you have to turn like south onto our road, and instead of waiting to get to the street, he cut down through the ditch to kind of cut the distance.
Yeah.
And came up through the ditch to the backyard, and my grandma was in the backyard gardening, and here's her grandson, basically naked and bloody, screaming coming out of the ditch, bawling, and she's like, "What is going on?
Where'd you come from?"
And to be honest with you, I didn't know really what happened because I was just riding the bike, and next thing I know, I woke up and I was laying in the middle of the street.
It knocked you out.
It completely knocked me out.
Oh my God.
And the only thing I remember that scared me the most was I thought all my teeth got knocked out, but it was just my gum. I had my gum in my mouth.
And she's not here to corroborate this story, but I guarantee this is what she said. But at one point, you were sitting on my grandma because she got you in the bathtub, cleaned you up, and you were sitting on her lap, wrapped in a blanket, naked, crying.
Yes.
Still traumatized.
Yeah, but the whole thing of the story is then I'm 4 hours emergency room, hospital. Pat's doing whatever he was doing that night.
Probably nothing.
That would have made him what? If you were 12, he would have been
16. So I was driving around in my Escort.
He was driving around in the
with your
Teal
tie.
Storm.
Yes, Teal Storm.
Yeah.
Was it Storm that, or was it
Trolling.
still the Escort?
It was the Escort. I don't know. If I wasn't around, I was probably trolling for skirt and Utan in the storm.
I like the upgrade.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
It is totally.
But so he had just gotten home, and we just came home, and my whole head was wrapped up like a mummy and blood soaked. And, my fat lip. I'm still crying, I'm sure. And he's like, "What the hell happened to you?" Yeah. And I go, "Well, I've been informed that the front tire came off your bike while I was riding it." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I changed a tire and I didn't put the bolts on." And I said, "Okay, well that would have been something." He goes, "It's my effing bike."
I mean,
and that was it.
Yeah.
No sympathy.
No.
I'm sorry.
I think I said sorry.
No, you didn't.
But it was my bike.
No, it got no use.
I love it. That's awesome. Oh my God. Okay.
I don't know if you have to work or not, but I think we're gonna head over the boats here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Jill, you want to ride?
I'll drive.
Mike, thanks for talking. So
Awesome.
it's an unofficial, official Vers Day. We kind of knew it was going to be a Vers Day since
Hey.
we're at Piezon's
We are at
Pizzeria.
Piezon's.
It's episode 1 of season 2.
Okay.
So of course, there's going to be a Vers Day.
Congratulations on a year.
You're a big part of that, buddy. Thank you for
Chaos.
everything.
Mass chaos.
It has been absolute chaos.
Herding cats.
Oh, man. Herding,
Pushing
yeah.
rope, herding cats, you name it. That's
Pushing rope?
Yeah, we've been pushing rope.
It's not that hard.
That's
That's
like
not that hard. That's pretty
Pushing rope?
Yeah, pushing rope's easy.
That's not too easy.
It is?
No.
It's still a long rope, though. I mean, I guess if it's coiled up, it's easy, but first of all, thank you for letting us have this out here today.
Yeah, absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Wouldn't have it any other way. Got
was a
good
lot of
turnout.
fun.
I think this lady's gambling right now. Not sure what
Oh,
she's
yeah.
doing.
Allie,
wouldn't-
for sure. Yeah, she's offside
without a doubt.
gambling, for sure.
Offshore gambling going on right now.
And in the last 20 minutes, we've purchased what I think is going to be one of the biggest URLs in the next 10 years.
He probably didn't hear our conversation
He
with
didn't.
Heidi.
Heidi was here talking about sloppymoms.com. We're like, well, there's no way that's available. Sloppy, SLOPPY moms.com is now an official property of Parkville Media. So it's up to Heidi.
I don't know the goal of this, though.
I don't know what Heidi's going to do with Sloppy Moms. But did you have a plan with Sloppy Moms, Heidi? She doesn't. She has no clue.
She doesn't.
She's talking to Joe.
Yeah, she's talking to Joe.
She's got.
What
she's
is
got,
that? Like,
she's-
are we?
She's like
Yeah.
running the table right now.
She has no clue. She's
I mean, are
had
we
she's
getting
had
in
a half of a drink.
Is Parkville taking a different avenue here? Are we getting in the porn
It's just
game?
another
Like, what are we doing here?
stream of just
I think
another
they're
revenue
literally
stream.
sloppy moms.
I think what you should, I think the direction you should go with this, and it's probably not overly kosher, but
That's good.
I'm saying if you go out, like if you just have people submit pictures of moms that are faced,
Oh, like
is your
yeah.
direction you're going to go with this.
Love it.
Because you could go, like, sloppy moms could be a bad deal. Like
Okay.
lots of lawsuits.
We weren't trying to
Okay.
do that.
But if you're at a bar or something, you see some moms just pummeled. But,
Just-
hey,
We'll pixelate.
No, I'm out.
sloppy moms.
We can totally
Right?
pixelate, right?
Are you guys
Dark.
shocking on this that it's gone as well as it has year one?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
great.
crazy that it's already been a
Sponsors, you got
year.
multiple other podcasts. You got
How different it is from a year ago. A year ago, we were
Crying. Basically freaking out.
we were freaking out. Yeah, we were. It was like pie in the sky idea. We didn't even know what our idea was.
it's kind of like holy shit, we don't have a job.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah. Because nobody quits their job without
Right.
usually something else to go do.
Right.
And so,
Or at least a plan.
and we had nothing written down anywhere.
Now you do though. You built
we
it.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So
do.
just got to keep
You got
So
building.
super
followers.
excited. We got several of the podcasters are here
Yep.
that have podcasts now with us.
Yeah.
And
If you do need to get a podcast going, make sure you contact Parkville Media.
Exactly.
ParkvilleMedia.com. You have an email address. This is
and-
where you start saying things.
right, exactly.
This
It's
is where
like
you say things back.
Pat at or Jill at ParkvilleMedia.com. Yeah, ParkvilleMedia.com is the website. You can reach us, and you can see all the other podcasts that we have
Right.
too.
Yeah.
Well,
Go to
absolutely.
ParkvilleMedia.com.
Yeah.
You can
all
see
there.
everybody that's on there. If
But
you are
like a
doing one and
handful.
you need it, help with distribution, help with
Yeah.
production.
Yeah.
We'll do
All
as
those
little or as
services are
much as you
available.
need.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
it. We've got some
Need
people that come in and they just
studios.
rent the studios and record. Other people, we just gave them a list of equipment that they need. Other people come in and they just come in and do their deal and leave.
People that aren't even in the state that we're doing it for. Yeah.
That's the exciting part is we've got a couple of podcasts that are going to be starting, by the end of this month.
yeah. I mean,
that
yeah.
are huge. I mean, I already think we have some huge ones, but just our local Omaha podcasters that we have.
Right.
And now it's kind of branching out just a little bit. And we're going to see a couple of our Omaha podcasts branch out and include people that are on the east or west coast.
Yeah.
And then we've got some entertainment ones that are coming that are going to be, they're going to knock your socks off.
Yeah.
It's
pretty awesome.
Tons of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
sense the excitement.
We are.
Yep. And we got to get yours going, dude.
We are. Yeah.
I'm
and
excited.
we're,
Oh man, much as my life goes, everything I had pretty set up. Going November, December was way good, killing it. And then January, all the effing wheels came off, and we just had a bunch of restructure, and we've got to revamp some things and do a bunch different. So I'd love to do it. It's trying to coordinate with some of my friends is very difficult.
Yeah.
Trying to coordinate with others is very easy. But it's literally like, as you say, pushing rope. I'm literally trying to herd cats.
yes.
Right.
Dude,
Yes.
you got to give me a time and a day, and I can make that work.
Anytime, any day,
But-
as long as you can, they
Right.
can give that to you. You can make it
But
work.
and it can't be a once a week. Like that's the thing. You guys being in Parkville working every day, you just like, all right, we gotta go bust this out for the weekend. We gotta go blah 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 blah. That's a luxury. It's amazing luxury. But I can't get people like, hey, I gotta have you this day every day of the week, like just this one day. Okay, got it. And then I
That's
tell
all
them,
we
like,
need.
pick one. Just pick a day. There's 7 of them. Pick one. Pick yours.
24 hours in that day.
Okay,
Pick
well,
'em.
I'm going to pick this day. All right. So
Okay.
we get it all lined up, and then boom. Oh, I can't do it that day. All right.
I know.
Next day, the next week? Nope, can't do it. Like, all right. So then I just get flared, and I'm just like, whatever.
I know.
That's
I
why
know.
you
It is
We'll
fun.
get it.
I think it's more fun, unless you have a of interviews lined up.
Yeah.
I think they're always more fun with other people.
For sure.
Somebody to play off of, somebody to kind of banter back and forth with. That's always a good time.
Like I don't know how I don't know how Nick Ball did it for so long, and when you covering
Yeah.
for Nick Ball, doing a whole entire 3-4 hour show by yourself, I have no clue how you do that.
3 hours.
That's tough.
Well, when I would fill in, I'm like, listen, I'm a talker, so I would just not beg, but I'd be like, hey, you guys aren't busy, call in, or the producer. I'd always talk to the producer.
Yeah.
Because I can only have so much information I want to give out before I just feel my worst thing in the world when you're on there for 4 hours by yourself and you start talking and you're like, oh dear Lord, I already talked about this. And you just keep talking about the same thing, and you're hoping it wasn't the segment before.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're really hoping no one takes notes. And they're like, 30 minutes ago you said the exact opposite of that. So
They
what's the
did?
deal?
It's like whatever.
I was just seeing if you're listening.
Right? But yeah. So. Your crew has started to booze a little bit too here.
I know
Oh, yeah.
there are some real diehards in here, and
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Sam, what I'm
Oh, yeah.
worried about is Heidi, because she's like I think on her second drink and she's going on a float.
She's
going
gonna
to
go do the water
She floats in the
spa
salt
floats.
water thing.
Oh
Yeah.
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 She's
So
gonna
she
do- Yeah.
may drown. Yes. I just don't
I'm
want
not
her
sure you're supposed to have beers and do that.
I don't know.
I
don't think that's
it's
how that
not
works.
Beer. She's having like
They-
hard up vodka.
But
Just
she had. They
I
said
don't
if
think
they
you can
give
have
it,
vodka and go in the float tub.
said
Yeah.
if they give it a couple hours in between,
Oh.
that she should be okay.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
I think
is
she'll be
that your buddy's new thing, the float
that's,
tank?
That's what she said.
this is her first time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never.
No.
Have you ever been in a float tank?
No. I hate water.
Yeah.
You know what? That's funny. You say
I
that
rightfully
too.
so hate water.
I love a pool. I have a swimming pool, right? And I like that, but I wish it was just like a 4-foot lap pool. I wish it was a
Yeah.
lap pool instead of having a deep end.
Right.
I hate open water.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I don't like to get in
I
open
told you
water.
the story.
I think
Where
you.
I got sucked out in the undercurrent.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Miami,
In Miami.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seeing like open water
And almost died.
Yeah.
at night
I,
when
I
we
would
were
never get in the
swimming at
water
night.
ever again if I were you.
and
I
any
can
lake in
understand
the
why you-
state is basically man-made.
F all of them.
It's like
If you're swimming over the roof of an abandoned farmhouse from like 100 years ago because it filled up the
yeah.
anything, no, thank you.
When you remember when they were talking about expanding the area so that we would flood Ashland essentially,
Uh-huh.
and leave everything as it is and just flood
Yeah.
everything, so it would all still be there, but underwater, kind of like Atlantis.
Yeah,
Right.
forget that, man.
And I'm like, that's what so many of the lakes are like. And so if you get in the water, I remember going down the Ozarks, and that's the last time I was in the water in a lake, and my foot touched something. And it wasn't a fish.
Nope,
I don't know,
nope,
but it was
no,
like
no, no.
at the top of a tree or
top of a
something.
church.
No,
Forget that, man.
Why does that freak you out?
just touching anything.
Kicking anything. Like if you're floating around, like swimming, hanging out, and then all of a sudden you hit the top of what was a grain bin. What? That
Just
doesn't
something
freak you
that's
out?
underwater.
No.
You can't
How,
see
at
what
all?
you don't know what it is though.
You have no
You
clue.
just kick it.
Would you not like walk up and touch a grain bin? Like, oh,
No,
But
not
if you-
underwater.
does it have a weird
If you
sensation?
can't see it, you don't know it's coming.
What do you think? It's something that's gonna kill you?
I think
Could
so.
be.
You never
Like
know.
those, honestly, like true heroes are people, scuba divers that go searching if there's somebody missing or they think they're going to
Yeah.
go find the bravest people on the planet. I don't know how they do it.
What do you think? Something's gonna come out and grab you? Like
Yeah.
the grain?
Okay,
All right,
anyway.
Bert, so I know you're swamped, but we got to get your pod going because spring football's coming up in a couple
Yes.
months.
Yeah.
Got to get it rolling.
Can you believe
Get
that?
it doing. No, it's crazy.
In 2 months, it'll be here.
Basically,
You guys have to pod down there.
what's that?
Podcast live from outside of Memorial Stadium.
I'm down for the first Vers one. Let's do it.
No, no.
Yeah.
For ours or for yours?
So you got, Pat's,
we have
Pat's not good
zero-
at picking up on science. Like I'm trying to tell you. I got a lot of going on.
Like, I know.
And wedging that in probably isn't going
I'm
to
not
work
good
for a
at
while.
social cues, I suppose.
No, not at all.
But me outside Memorial
Body
Stadium
language?
has zero value.
Body language, not good.
I have nothing. Like me sitting out there talking, I have no value. That's no value.
See, the situation knows what you make of it. You just sit there with all this stuff, and somebody's going to walk up and be like, hey, hop on, bud. We'll talk to
What's
you.
up? Let's talk football.
What's your name? I'm Bill from... I'm Bill from
Elm
Pender.
Creek. Bill from Pender.
Hey, Bill, what are you doing here? I came to watch the game. I mean, come on.
All right.
How fun would that be?
That would be
Just sit there
fun.
and talk to people. I think
And
you would
let's
have
be
a
honest, just tell them you're a
doing
kicker from like the 70s.
that. There you go.
Yeah. All right. I mean, that's all I could be.
Right.
Would be a kicker from the 70s.
Right, or 80s. I'll
Maybe
give
a
you 80s.
center, a squatty center.
Eh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you 80s.
Okay.
80s kicker.
Kickers make, I mean, they make at least league minimum if they get to the league. So I'm
Say I was
He's
kicker
not-
in the 80s,
that's
and then you
his
throw
bar.
out
I love that.
Gill,
There you go.
Remington, Steinkühler, Rozier.
I'm
Good.
hip.
You're good.
I roomed with Shalene. I'm fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. All right. I got that. Well, then I'll do that.
I like that.
Fake
They get
kicker.
at least league minimum, so I'm good with that. That's,
I mean,
that's the
yeah.
bar.
Well, you got to make it there.
Right.
You didn't say you were a good kicker. You said somebody asked you were a kicker.
Have you ever tried being a kicker at all?
I did play football. I played football in junior high for 2 weeks, and then
Does that
it was-
count? Wait.
I did 8th grade. I played football for
Okay.
2 weeks, and we did the monkey roll thing, where you up and over and up and
Yeah.
over, quit the next day.
All right. So Thursday on the
Yes.
first episode of the second season.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks again for having
Thank
us out
you.
here. We
Come on,
appreciate
you bet,
it.
guys. Thank you. Congratulations on
Piezon.
everything you've accomplished.
Thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Very
It's
happy
in
for
no
you.
small part because of you. Thank you.
No shoot.
No shoot.
Oh,
she
you're not
said.
cussing?
No shoot.
Wow.
You say no, and I'll say the other word.
No.
Perfect.
Boom.
Thanks, buddy. Okay, so Les and Lauren Vogler, Vogler Seaman Center, one of our favorite clients for Parkville Media and their podcast, The Bullpen. Thank you guys for coming out today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, first off, congratulations on a year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. You guys have
Great deal.
It's crazy to think that we've done 365 episodes ish.
Insane.
Before we get going, Pat, tell me, how'd your measurements come out?
Which ones?
The ones you were doing with the nose and the ear and all that.
Oh, I haven't done those yet.
You haven't done those yet?
At the golden
I was
ratio.
listening yesterday on my drive back from a cook, so I was
Thanks,
listening.
Lauren. Every other measurement I've done comes out just fine. But
All right.
I'm just saying.
Just doing good.
Well above national average. But the other ones,
okay.
I don't know.
We'll
Yeah.
have to get after that. I know that there's got to be a website or an app where you can take your picture and it'll tell you.
It'll
If
measure
you're hot.
you.
Yeah, there
It's
probably
gotta
has
be.
got to be.
Oh,
my
good Lord.
goodness.
No,
Yeah.
it's been guys. I really am proud of you guys for what you've done in a year and the amount of I don't know what you're up to, over 20 plus probably now and still growing.
We've got about 22 podcasts that we produce, and then we've got probably I'm going to say 5 or so that are working on it and soon to be released.
Awesome.
That's the thing, is that all these people already had the ideas, and they already, like you,
Yeah.
you already knew what it was you were trying to accomplish and what you wanted to do. And some are doing it exactly like you're doing it to elevate their customers, their vendors.
It's a platform where you can get your word out, have a little fun, maybe give a little information, but your customers are hearing from you personally.
Yeah.
So, and you can kind of direct that in. And once it's out, once it's out there, they can listen to it whenever they want
Exactly.
to. And it's a great service, and it's it's the wave of the future. You know?
Yeah.
Just like last night we had some fun. That broom thing.
Oh, we were playing. Yes,
My
'cause-
broom's still standing today.
Is it still standing?
You know what's funny? Somebody apparently posted some stuff.
Yes, they pooped on our parade.
They did. They were like, "Oh, you guys, you know that's not real. NASA didn't say that was real. It's
my
that's a fake, and
gosh.
you can do that any day of the year." And it's like, you know what?
Shut up.
Sit down.
Said, hey, we're trying to have a little fun here.
Exactly.
Just let it be.
And it was
Shut
Don't
up.
take everything so serious.
It was like, but that just goes to show you the power of social media
Yes.
and what this can do. You get it out there, like, share, subscribe, whatever it is that people do, and it's boom,
You find
there it
that
is.
little common denominator.
That's right.
And it doesn't have to be a big group of people.
No.
It's just a real active group of people.
Right,
a
exactly.
passionate group. And so, yeah, we had a lot of fun with that. My broom was still standing up this morning, as
So
a
was
matter
mine.
of fact.
So was mine.
Until my dog ran into it. 'Cause
There you
he
go.
was like, why is there a broom standing in the middle of the kitchen?
Okay, so if it's not a real, what was the explanation as to why it's not real?
You can do this any day of the week.
Yeah,
Well, you
because
want-
it's a nylon broom. Okay, and the bottom of it, actually, if you do it, it makes little tripods at the bottom.
Okay.
So it holds itself up. So
Did you ever try doing it with an egg? Like
Sue
balancing
tried
an
last
egg?
night with an egg, but it fell over. So
Huh. Okay, so supposedly there's a day of the year you're supposed to be able to stand the egg's supposed to stand on it.
the egg up.
The lady,
Really?
the lady that pooped on our broom said, "Don't even get me started on the eggs." So
Oh,
I'm
my
like,
God.
the lady that she just would be no fun at a party.
I just
at
want
all.
to say block me. But anyway, no, we use your podcast a lot as an example of the diversity of
Well,
podcasts
good.
because they can't figure out between and just people that have listened they know several of the podcasts that we have one that has to do with safety violations, we have one that has to do with menopause, we have one that has to do with you guys with the Seaman Center, we have it like runs the gamut, and we did actually do a talk not too long ago for West Omaha Rotary, and we had everybody's logo. And then we told what every one of these podcasts was about, and you could just see the light bulbs going off.
Oh, I'm sure.
You're calving right now too.
Yeah.
The calving season is
Yep.
going on,
Yep,
so
that's
that
why
keeps
I've been
everything a
kinda
little
Here on the phone.
Kind of big and heavy into it. Yeah.
right.
Looking at-
I saw you
looking
on. I was like, is he playing Toon Blast? I'm like, oh no, he's watching calves.
Yeah.
Blasting calves.
Yeah.
Which is, the greatest invention ever. Cameras in the cabin barn. That's the greatest thing.
What would your dad think of that?
He actually
He had one back.
he
in the
tried it, and it was the worst nightmare in the world
Yeah.
for Leslie and I.
Yeah.
It-
Every time a cow was pooping, oh, they've got one having a calf.
we got one having. Hey, you guys, you need to go. It's like, relax. She's just getting started. It just give us a chance.
Yeah.
We,
Just left her- left her
you've
tail
taught us
peeing.
well, so just give us a chance. We'll get it. We
He was
got
way
it.
ahead of his time.
So you guys
But,
on your phone, you have cameras in the stalls where the mommy
Yeah.
cows.
It's
I don't know what
kinda
they're
like
called,
my-
mom
my
cows.
security
Yeah.
cameras.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yep.
have babies.
Yeah.
They
Right.
actually came from a guy in Fremont.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can,
So I
no
was
matter
gonna-
as long as you can look on your phone and see the cows that are,
you can- and you
we
can
got
see-
them pinned up
So you can see if
inside
they're
where
in
it's not.
distress or anything.
Yep.
If they need help or anything.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
that's
And
See when they get started
And he
like-
could make them move.
Yeah, I
yeah,
can
make the camera move and you can zoom in
around
and
That's absolutely incredible.
And so,
So-
yesterday, I was sitting in the office, and there was one cabin. So I zoomed in and saw it.
Mm-hmm.
She laid there, and it came out. Within minutes, it was up nursing.
Yep.
So I posted that.
Which is a great video.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's incredible.
People need to follow you. Just if for nothing else, just follow. You can watch the videos. You can, and you'll learn some things, about how it's done because you're
because so many
explain some of this
people, I mean, this day and age, don't realize where their food comes from.
That's
Yeah,
true.
they're just so far removed from the actual farm process, or that of what it takes to get things to the grocery store.
They think
know.
we're harming the planet and doing this and that, and actually,
You know
we're
what?
probably some of the best stewards of the planet there are.
Exactly. And there was a great video that was put out by a guy's a dairy farmer in Wisconsin, and he put out a video. And you may have reposted this, did you?
Yeah.
That was the one that you read.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this guy, he was explaining about taking the calves, and sometimes the cows don't care.
Right. Right.
Sometimes they don't latch on, and going and saving said calf.
Oh, yeah.
And picking them up, and he has some great videos on his page.
Yeah.
It's another one. It's just a great tool to educate people. You aren't just posting stuff that's for your customers or just for other farmers and
Yeah.
other cattlemen.
Let's try to educate people.
Exactly.
So and that's what if we didn't take good care of our livestock, we wouldn't be here.
That's what I've always said
true.
about people that ride horses, thoroughbred. There's always going to be bad apples.
That's right.
Yeah.
No doubts about it. Rodeo people, because all of them have been protested against by PETA and all
it's
of
gonna
them.
get it's gonna get worse.
And they're like the circuses. They just need a better but they're always bad ones. And it's like, dude, you can't just turn them all free.
Yeah,
No, you
it is
can't.
what
Yeah.
it is. We just try to educate people. When we first started with you folks, we just wanted to kind of promote our customers, but it's kind of morphed into a lot different stuff too, which is kind of fun.
I like it.
So
I do.
It's a lot of fun, and you guys have been great to work with, and everybody. I mean, so professional. Everybody says, "Man, who does that for you?" So
That's nice.
You guys
Yeah,
are great.
that's super
Thank
awesome.
you.
So
Means a lot.
congratulations so much on a year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
We appreciate you guys coming out.
Yeah, and I got to take a minute. I've been in on a few of these, but
Yes.
not very many because I'm usually been on the road or
He works.
off somewhere doing something else.
You're the one working
But
while he's
when-
getting all the spotlight. I get it.
Whenever I'm out on the road, people always come up and say, "Hey, man, you guys are doing a great job." And so Leslie, I said, "Well, that's been his idea, kind of his thing. He's ran with it and done a great job." So, I mean, I get a lot of compliments, for on him and what you guys have done and stuff. So yeah, it's been a great deal.
Great. Well, thank
That's
you guys.
great to hear.
We appreciate it. Thanks
Thank
for coming
you.
out.
Yep, thanks.
Thanks, boys.
You bet.
Pizza's
Thanks.
great too.
Yes, it is. Piezons. By the way, this is Beth.
My wife is here, and
Hi.
see, and you said you're not going to come in. Just get a little closer to the microphone, babe. There you go. Perfect.
It's just like home.
There
Get a
you
little
go.
closer, honey.
Yeah, it's a little
Get
closer,
a little closer. Come
I'm
on.
trying not to get my germs all over it.
Yeah, you're getting, but you're not contagious anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
fine.
last
Let's hope
anyway.
not.
You're last. It's okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna throw this microphone away after this.
You're
See,
last. You did
yeah,
fine.
See,
You were
everything
fine,
is
babe.
good. You know,
Yeah.
and actually, this is our event at Piezons, which we're recording it at Piezons, and everybody pretty much is cleared out now that was here, and we had a great crowd.
So, babe, thanks for
So-
coming on. This is our
Yes.
Yeah. So, thank you for coming out.
And I got to meet Heidi finally.
I know. And
Right?
Heidi's right over here. Heidi, come here real quick. Just come here real quick.
We need another microphone.
She's had a couple sodas. Yeah, we're good.
Do you want this one? He's getting ready.
I've loved Heidi since day one of the radio days, and I've never met her until today.
Girl
so this
crush.
Is
The
an exciting,
feeling is
exciting
mutual.
day.
Yeah, she asked like 3 or 4 times when we were doing this. She's like, "Is Heidi gonna come?" I'm like, "I don't know. Probably."
You're like, I don't know. She's flaky.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Is there alcohol and pizza? Probably.
Did you notice I'm not in sweatpants? Did you notice?
I didn't notice, but I do notice now.
I'm just saying, when you booked it out west, I thought I needed to dress the
No, it's
part.
because it wasn't. If it was at our studio, guaranteed you'd be in sweatpants.
For
M-
sure.
Maybe not even clean.
I know.
Just
I
sweatpants.
threw
Yeah.
on jeans for this today too.
I know you did.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying, like the vast majority of my pants do not button anymore.
When I go to the bathroom, if I have to unbutton pants, I'm like, wait, what's this? I'm so used to
Where's my drawstring?
and my elastic waist.
What is up with that? I don't want to wear these.
I just needed to see her in real life and be like, oh, God bless you.
I know.
Right?
I mean, I can put up with you in doses,
Like 3 or 4 times a year.
but
Right.
this one, man, she's an angel.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's an angel.
All right, guys.
Hey, you are
Yeah.
welcome.
The
It
next
was a
time,
lot of fun.
next time we gather for cocktails, we'll let everybody know.
At 11:15 in the
I'm
morning.
2 Mr. Pibbs.
Two. See,
All right,
Beth,
guys.
wasn't that
See?
fun?
It was
It's
fun.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was good, right?
Thanks for having me.
She's
on.
like,
You're
this
welcome,
is
babe.
what he does.
Oh my God, what did I marry? I do. All right,
You made a
guys.
career out of this.
Did I?
I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah. No.
It worked for a while.
Yeah. It was for a hot minute.
It was a good year.
That's right. It was a good year.
Hey.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to our podcast. 402-403-9478. Text us. So thanks for listening.
The Parkville Network, home of the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT Podcast. A Parkville Media Production.